So yeah, so in the beginning, like when I first met him, before, you know how people could be real smart to the point where they're like real dumb. Like I'm kind of like that, but I'm not like a genius or anything. I just know how to put stuff together. I'm very observant. But back then, like, like I said, all I cared about at that time was coming up. So I was at work all the time. So really, when he was talking to me, I didn't really take him seriously because, one, you was trying to talk to my sister. And I'm way bigger than my sister, so why are you talking to me? But, I was like, oh, it's somebody to talk to or whatever. Really didn't take him seriously. So when we were asking each other questions back and forth, I lied about most of the stuff. Like, if I graduated, because I was 18 going on 19. So at that time, I lied about a lot of stuff except my age. I never lied about my age. I always, since 12 years, since I was being, catcalled, I've always told any dude my age, because I didn't want you to think I was older than. And my mama crazy. And when you would have asked me, oh, can you do this? Can you go out? No. My mom did not play that. And I wasn't at that time gonna play with her. But I lied about me being in school, me graduating, me what my nationality was, because I didn't really take him seriously. I don't like I've always been private. So if I don't know you, of course I'm not gonna tell you a lot of things about me. Like, even doing this, like, there's a lot of stuff that I purposely keep out, because really, like, this parts of these stories are really just to inspire people. But if you think in watching my videos you're gonna know me, good luck, because at the end of the day, 1 minute you could think I'm a hoe, 1 minute you could think I'm a nun, 1 minute you would never know with me. Never. Unless I actually let my walls down, my guards down, and let you see for who I am. Like, but the goofy side that y'all see of me, that's literally, that's me. When you be around me, that's me all the time. Like, I make jokes, I kid, because like I said, I've been mad for so long. I use that as a defense mechanism. So people, before they made fun of me, I made fun of myself. So you wouldn't be able to make fun of me if I'm already picking at something on me or something that I'm wearing or something like that. You're not going to make fun of me and try to. So that's how I've always been, especially as an adult. Especially when I moved out of Fort Lauderdale to Tampa. I promised myself that I was gonna, but that was a mask. So as me and is the person that I had kids with, the first one, we're getting to know each other, and I can't even tell you how long it was before we even started, because he never really asked me out. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as we were talking, we went, like, I think on a two dates or 1 date. It was 1 day. I know. I remember it was a beach. That's how long ago it was. And this is how I really don't care about him or the second one. Like, I don't cherish those memories. Like, because for what? Like, but I remember the bad. I remember a lot of the bad. So, because back then, like, we didn't have, like, all this technology, so we actually had to do things. So, when we started asking each other questions and everything, that's how I knew he was a student. And by the end of this section, y'all gonna figure out he was a professional student, because this little boy, in a grown man's body. All he wanted to do was take out loans and splurge on himself. He was the type of person that liked to front like he had it and didn't have shit. Sorry, still trying to stop cursing. So when we first got together, he wasn't working. He was just going to school. He was just literally living off of his financial aid and student loans. I'm working from open to close sometimes, back to back to back, because of the whole situation. Me trying to get more money to, for our bills. So, of course, it started off a friends with benefits type thing. And I'm not sure when he decided he wanted to just make me, I guess, his girlfriend or whatever, because he never asked me. Technically, he never asked me. We just kind of fell into it. So one night, he was real sick. And mind you, whenever I got my hair done or my nails done, I never had to take the bus. Mind you, my mom didn't have a car from when we were from, I think, all through our high school year. My mom never had the car. She always had to take the bus, or unless her husband at the time would pick her up, or whatever their agreement was, because we didn't even cook. Because we was at our best friend's house most of the time. So when I became an adult, I didn't know how to drive at all. I didn't know how to drive. I didn't know how to park. I didn't know how to do none of that. So now we're like, I think like we're like in it, like, yeah, because the next month we had to, cause mind you, the second person that ended up coming to stay at, with me, my sister and me, which was also family, crossed me. Mind you, I said, I was a waitress, so I always had cash on me. So I was always stacking up money in my closet. I don't know why this girl decided to go in my room or what the case may be. Oh yeah, she had asked to borrow $50 from me. Mind you, this girl is older than me. And she ends up, I told her, okay, yeah, you can borrow it. And I have my stack of money. Mind you, I'm saving all this money because we need to pay all this back rent. And the reason why we got backed up was because my sister was running late for work. She ended up going to the office and dropping the money order because I was making the rent that was, backed up. So this one particular month, that's how we ended up getting evicted, because my sister was running late for work one day, and it was her responsibility to drop off the money order to the office. And what ended up happening is she didn't see anybody in there. Mind you, we were taking a bus, so down in Fort Lauderdale you gotta wait every 15 minutes for the new bus to come. So she didn't see anybody in there. Mind you, it was already signed and everything. She just left it. So then, like, when the day comes, I get home and I see the late notice. I'm like, what is this? And she's like, oh, I gave it to them. So the next morning I go up there and she was like, well, if nobody gives you a receipt, they didn't get it. So that's how it all like snowballed. So this girl, which was a family member, after the first one, because there was another incident with that girl too, but I didn't blame her really for leaving. But there was an incident. When I tell you it was incidents back to back, but who cares?